Well guys, welcome to the carnage that is Athens and the carnage that is trying to get into the Acropolis. He's off and running again. We bought the skip the line tickets. I would say they're better called skip the longer line tickets because you still have to get into a line obviously. No attention whatsoever to you.
Oh sorry, I'm just trying to stop people queue jumping.
Oh, right, we'll get into the Acropolis and we'll catch up with you there. So for some random reason they told me I had to leave the mic behind from on top of the camera. So really frustrated. So bear that in mind. If you're coming here, hide your microphones.
Yeah, we should have thought and taken it off. Anyways, 3 billion people, it's 3 billion degrees.
I know.
Come at 8 in the morning.
Two things, we actually walked from the station to here. It's only about 3k, which was fine. Grabbed ourselves the obligatory coffee, of course. Then you buy the, as I said there, you buy the skip the queue line. Nah, mate. There's only one queue as far as we can see.
Now, we were just coming in there and I heard quite a few people getting turned away because they were 5 minutes outside their entry time. So we booked 11 o'clock and you get between 11 and 12 to come in. So don't risk it because they will not let you in, they're not budget. Even a minute late, I think you'll be turned away.
And also, I'm pretty sure that they probably should have taken our bags off us as well because they are slightly big.
They did come running after Nigel saying, can I look inside your bag? And when he said, I've got nothing in it, she went, oh, okay.
Right, I'm going to try to calm down because of course this is but in the back of my mind, I'm going to be worried that she's not going to be there, that Mike's not going to be there, and I don't have any receipt to tell them that they've taken it.
No, I should have taken a picture of her taking it, so then probably would have taken my phone off me.
Calm.
Come on, calm down.
Right, well, we're at the Acropolis.
I think it's going to be a little bit frustrating just because it is mobbed, but
we knew it was going to be
we'll
this
make
way.
the most of it.
We'll make the most of it,
yeah.
So, let's go. I love how Nicola says, let's take a drink and let this tour group go by. Yeah, so the next one can follow along behind us.
It's just like ants running around in rows.
So I've lost Nicola somehow. I think she's been swallowed up by the herd. Yep, no idea. Gone, eaten, part of a tour group. And the causeway whistlers are out in force, just wandering around, randomly whistling at people, looking very pissed off with life.
Do you know what? I'd quite fancy that job. I think it'd be hilarious.
If I was able to come here again, I'm going to bring a whistle and just randomly whistle at people.
With one of these bags, no? Does it not come with a whistle?
That's true, we've got a whistle. We could just whistle at people, point at them, and get them to stop doing things. But the only problem is the lack of sense of humour. I get the feeling in this place she'd probably get thrown out for impersonating a whistler. Just saw someone climbing where they shouldn't have done, and I invoked the whistle.
He's going to get me thrown out.
Yeah, the whistle's on her bag, so I invoked the whistle and then ran away like a big scaredy cat. Caleb, it's going to be quite interesting, and I'll put an example of it if it works. Generative AI in Photoshop, will it be able to deal with removing all the people from the shot? Let's look at the results. Did it work? Causeway whistler!
So you know how I hate being ripped off. We've just realised as we came to the Roman Agora that you can buy the combo ticket when you arrive for 30 euros. We paid 36 euros each. That's a lot extra. So we obviously paid commission buying them in advance online. So if you come to one of the smaller sites first to buy your combo ticket, you can still get your time slot for the main one.
Oh wow.
Never mind. We didn't really know what time. We wanted a time we knew we had to get in by and everything though. So for us, I guess, it dictated our train and different things. Yeah. So, but if you're pretty flexible, then just come and get your ticket here. It's cheaper. Never mind, it's done.
Right, Agora time. What's an Agora?
I've got no idea. Oh, let me very quickly say about the train ticket as well. When you go to get your train ticket, if you stay in Corinth like we did, you have to know what time you're coming back if you want to return. So it's £8.50 single, or it's £13.60 return. Now we just went for the single because we've got no idea what time train we want. But again, if you know your times and everything, then you can save a bit of money. So again, lost out a bit on the money, but yeah, there were shops here as well.
Looks like we found out what an agora was. Commercial activities, i.e. she's brought us to another or ancient Greek shopping centre.
There were churches here as well, apparently.
Nicola's brought us to the potty.
Yes, they would have been literally all the way around. How many people do they think were coming to the loo at once? To be fair, it's more than they've got available now.
Yeah, modern Greece needs to take a leaf out of sort of old mythological Greece. Ancient Greece, that's the one. Looks like there was more public toilets in ancient Greece than there are now.
Obviously the Romans were more like inclined to go to the loo publicly. Because remember, this is Roman.
What's next?
Hadrian's Library.
You can return some of your books. Your book swap. Whistle her!
There's no whistlers here.
So what's next?
Oh, I think it's got to be lunch because I'm feeling a bit weary. Oh, I think I need a break.
The ancient theatre of Get In My Belly. Oh look, she found another site on the way to another site. She's been fed and watered. Energy levels back up here again. It looks like we're back on the tourist trek. So a little church. Now, before we saw the little churches that were built into the side of the caves. This one is built into the side of a very fancy hotel. Oh look, Nicola brought us to another shopping area.
I'm a bit gutted because you'd really need a day just to do shopping.
If you were born in the Greek ancient times, you'd be called Shopadopoulos. Oh yes. Steamy restaurant things. Oh yes. It's under construction.
Full stop.
Oh, this is so tiring. By the way, this ticket, once you start using it, is valid for 5 days. So you don't, like us, have to do everything in one day, which is hard work. It is hard work. We've already ruled out one. So this will be number 1, 2, 3, 4. This is number 5. It looks like it's quite a big site. And then it remains to be seen whether Nigel's going to make it to the last one. Be very quiet.
And it shows, if I'm honest, you're the leaves in mid-August, and I've come out here to say,
I think I've actually got to the point where I've stopped caring what anything is. I'm just too tired.
Ah, look who it is, it's Socrates. So this is the temple of
Hephaestus or something.
And apparently it's the
one of the best preserved in Greece. It's almost complete.
And yet everyone heads to the Pantheon, which has got diggers in it. Acropolis.
Yeah, don't leave it to the end. This is quite an interesting site.
you're the rose in a garden.
Oh, God bless you, watery man, and all who's sailing you. Oh, that's nice. Very nice.
That I love you.
So I've actually let Nicola go off and do the last site by herself. I took a look in and it was all a bit flat for my own personal taste, but she's wandered on in there. A little museum in there, so she's going to have a wander around. No camera with her, just going to enjoy the moment. When it comes to historic subjects, she's definitely got more stamina than me. I think we've done about 8.5 miles, we're about 9 miles so far, and I guess we've still got another 3 or 4 to go while we're wandering around the rest of Athens and obviously back to the train station. So Just going to sit here in the semi-shade, have some water, and wait for the old historian to come back and give us an update on the final site. But yeah, as I'm sure she will say in her wrap-up, you probably need 2 or 3 days here to really do it justice, especially if you are really into your Greek mythology and Roman history as well. The great explorer returns.
I think I'm officially finished. So that was really interesting. Unfortunately, the museum shut at midday because the air conditioning's broken. So I didn't get to go into the museum, and there was just a few signs around. But really interesting. Some of the tombs and the grave markers, they actually show the stories of different people. Yeah, I enjoyed it. I mean, it was lovely and peaceful. There's only about a dozen people in the whole site.
That's because everyone else is absolutely fecked.
I must admit, I think could I have done the last one? If it had been in a 2-minute walk, yes. But I'm almost at that point of exhaustion, I must admit. Do I sound like it?
It's been a long day. It's been a long ass day.
Well, I've just worked out we've done 6 sites, in about 5.5 hours. So we have been motoring. We really have.
Might be time for a bit of refreshment.
Oh, look at that bad boy.
It's disgusting. I won't. Oof, no.
Look at the mossy bite.
This is not even going to touch the sides.
So nice.
Oh my. Well guys, it's now a couple of days later from our epic tourism day around Athens. I think Nicola just wanted to wrap things up with a few bits of advice and bits and bobs.
From what we found, it's easy enough to go from Corinth. You can get the train, you're on the hour, they run until very late coming back. They start at something like 6:15 in the morning. It's an hour on the train to get there. As we mentioned, if you know your time to come back, cheaper to get a return. We did it in one day and we fitted in 6 out of the 7 sites.
But we're crazy.
Yeah, it was a bit much. If you can do it over 2 days, much better. And I would suggest going to one of the smaller sites first to buy your combo ticket, because you'll save €6 each on that. The only downside is you have to book a slot for the Acropolis, a time slot, and you have to stick within that hour slot, because a couple of minutes past the hour and they're not going to let you in.
It's really seemed unfair. We saw one chap getting turned away and he looked quite bereft. So
yeah, it's very harsh. And on the online ticket that we bought, it said you could get there a quarter of an hour before your time slot or a quarter of an hour after. Now that obviously isn't true because they were turning people away. So if you want to know what your time slot's going to be, then book in advance, but you will pay a premium. Apparently it's a skip the line ticket, but there's lines, whatever.
yeah, you'll be queuing for half an hour to get in. Maybe even longer, so just bear that in mind.
Yeah. So if you've got, like we had an 11 o'clock slot, we got there about 11:15 and got in at 5 past.
Yeah.
But make sure you've got plenty of time. Don't leave it till, if you've got 11 till 12, 11:45 to get there, because you might not get in your time slot. If you're worried about your mobility, if you're not brilliant, then there, from what I remember, there's accessible sites. All of them have like flat surfaces, wheelchair ramps. There's even an lift, I'm not American, a lift up to the Acropolis, so you can get up there as well. So that's all fine. We took some food with us because around the main tourist areas it's pretty expensive. Although we went up a main shopping street and got a really nice big slice of pizza, massive, kind of this big, for €4, and that was really good. So just 2 minutes off the beaten track, you might find something. Take loads of water. We got through about 7 litres each. And okay, it was very hot, but you're going to be doing a lot of walking. I think I walked about 13 miles. To be prepared.
Yeah, you probably saw that I was struggling quite a lot, and I normally am okay with it, and even though I was drinking, I'm normally okay with the heat. But the last site and stuff, I was done.
So we took, you know, the metal bottles, insulated, and we went to these supermarkets and there was something like 35 cents for a 1.5 litre and kept filling it up.
Yeah.
Now there are taps at each of the sites, so if you do run out of water you can refill, but sometimes it was roasting. Yeah, it wasn't very nice.
Better to showering rather than drink.
We went for a drink in the Plaka district, which is really nice. Lots of little alleyways and shops and restaurants.
Shops.
Very much samey sort of shops, but quite nice to have a quick look round. Yeah, I think probably 2 days is better, because I would probably do the Acropolis and the ancient Agora together. They were the 2 big ones.
Yeah, because your ticket, you don't have to
Oh yes,
do it
you've
over
got
5 days.
5 days from when it activates to use it. Now, the one issue being your time slot for the Acropolis. Now, you could book it for the next day and do that the second day, but as soon as you start using it, that's your 5 days starting. Yeah. So I would say do the 2 big ones on one day, and then the 5 smaller ones you could easily do on another day. And there's loads of other sites in Athens we didn't even, you know.
Yeah, really, I had a really fantastic day. You know me, I kind of like it, and I get a bit sort of bored after a while with the sort of historic sites. But even I was still, apart from the heat, I was still really sort of firing up and really enjoying going around them, even at the end of the day. So really, really enjoyed it. And I would say, yeah, 2 days would actually give you that bit more relaxed sort of vibe going around the city, and then also having just a bit of time, a bit of people watching, and maybe go back and get another one of those pizzas.
The only thing, if you do it in 2 days, you probably would want to stay closer to Athens, because the trains, obviously, and we had to get taxis from here as well. Now, the owner here will give you a lift for €10, and we paid €12 on a normal taxi coming back. So for 1 day in Athens, staying in Corinth with taxis, trains, entrance to the sites, a bit of food and drink, about £150 for the day for the pair of us.
Yeah, not bad.
So it's not too bad, not too bad.
Well guys, we're about to leave ancient Corinth, driving further north, a couple more big sites to go and see, but I guess as always, that.
You promised me a boat trip. It's my birthday soon.
A boat trip, she says. We can make that happen. Well guys, she got her boat trip. We're just gonna finish this vlog off with a little trip up the Corinth Canal. If you remember from last week's vlog, this one here was mightily disappointed that she didn't get to see it in all her glory, and she missed sort of some of the ships coming through. So it is her birthday after all.
Almost.
So we thought we would come down and finish off our time here in the Corinth area with a little boat trip up the Corinth Canal. So we won't kind of do much else. I'll just show you some B-roll. So once again, thanks a lot for following along. And until next time, again, somewhere in Greece.
Yeah, we're never leaving.
Take care, guys. Bye-bye.